So I want to do a different thing now. So let's go. I want to go in here and I want to do a different customization. Now I use, and that's my girl. Right now I'm using Paul a little bit. All right, my Paul. Right, here's my Paul. I'm like, maybe I want to give him something different, right? Maybe I should make him like hulked out. I don't know. Let's see, what do I want to do for Paul? But what I'm going to use is I'm going to use one of these accessories, right? I'm going to try to get one of these accessories. I haven't worked with accessories too much. So my curiosity right now is like, what are they? Are they static meshes? Are they what? So we got, all right, here we got a donut, right? We got a floating donut. Let's move it to his mouth. There you go. Go back to your mouth. All right. Okay, we got a donut in the mouth, right? Now, this mod that I'm gonna do, this is not like them crazy mods that like make the shit all super big and shit. I can make it super big, but it's only gonna be one side. You know what I mean? This is not. I don't want people getting all mad and being like, "Oh, you're making those crazy mods." Those shits use like an external engine for it. So I'm thinking about what do I want to give. Um, what do I want to replace this donut with, right? That's gonna be the key. What do we replace the donut with? All right, let's see what I want to replace the donut with. Let's just look up random things on Sketchfab. Sketchfab. Just look up items. Let's see as I try to think. Give him like a pipe, maybe. What about a saxophone? Look at that. We got saxophone. We got cheap saxophone. Let's take a look at this saxophone. Now, the thing that's going to be a little bit interesting though is I don't know um, what direction. 59,000. I need something a little bit more low poly than that. That's too low poly. Maybe a saxophone is too much. Wow, a Lego saxophone. Alright, I think a saxophone is the answer. Let's see. Maybe like a xylophone. Why? A xylophone? No, harmonica. That's what I want. Harmonica. Oh, look at this harmonica. 640 triangles, baby. Let's go. Alright, let's go here. Photo demo. So I want to make sure I get credits. So I'm guessing, will it be shared items? No. Unisex accessories. Yeah, here we go. Donuts. All right, it's a static mesh. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and there we go. There's our donut. Nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save it as a PSK. There you go. Just grab a location. Let's go ahead and go to Blender. I'm using 3.6 for this. Don't know if it's colorable or not. But okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and import it with my PSK importer. If I actually hit the button right. Put my pathway in there. Whatever. I'm not gonna reorient bones. I'm not gonna scale it down. All right, so this is the right size for the donuts. Now I don't know what direction the donut is facing, but I'm gonna assume that it's over here. I go in and look at weights. There's no weights on this donut. It's just a donut, right? So let's go ahead and import my harmonica. Well, let's do that. I need to. I don't know if I have to make this extra big or not. Let's see. Let me look at some item dimensions. So it's 5.3 meters. Let's go ahead and change our unit scales to 0.01. Set this to centimeters. And so we got a 5 centimeter, right? That seems about right. It's 5 centimeters high, 14 centimeters wide. Okay, cool. So, nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save this as demo harmonica donut. All right, so we've got our textures, but these textures aren't set up, I don't think, the way I need them. And I don't know exactly which way they need to be done. So let's see, let's take a look here. We got roughness. Okay, so we got some unique texture setups, and then we've got this material output thingy for occlusion, which I'm going to turn off because I don't see it being used. I don't know how it's being used. I'm going to need to jump in here real quick and take a look at my donut. And what I'm looking for, where's the little like, there it is. I need the materials. So you've got, all right, material. So I got donut. Is there 2 materials on this thing? This is some crazy like body setup or something. It's got collisions. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna do. So we're just gonna replace it and see if that just works. Okay, so I got my material. I'm just looking for the base material information. Oh, look, we got an ID. Don't color, I guess. MICH item LT. So it's a traditional color item. So that's what I'm going to use. And in fact, I could use whatever I wanted to. I have a material I'm going to use, but so I didn't even really need to do anything. But I do need to change these materials around. So I've got my color map, which is fine. I'm going to use it as the pattern color. I've got a roughness map here that also has metallic and roughness, but I need to change it up. So I need it to be an RMA, and right now it's not that. So I'm gonna combine colors, and my roughness, which is this one, is gonna go into the red. My metallic is going to go into the green, and then this is for my ambient occlusion, which I guess I could Control Z a couple of times, get this built back so I can see if it. Here we go. Okay. So Shift A, combine. That's not right. Shift A. Search combine color, and we'll do this again. So my roughness goes into my red. Metallic goes into my green, and I'm going to take this red and throw it into here. Now I'm going to then use this and throw it into my emissive, and I'm going to then bake it. So let's go ahead and bake it. I'm going to bake my emissive like so. Wow, it's really fast. So I'm going to save this as, let's call this hard. Let's give it a Tekken-like name. So TCHATC. Save that. Let's see. OBD, I just want it full opacity, so that's going to be red, and then green and blue. So green would be B, whatever that is. It should be always black, so that'd be 0. And then what's it called? The last one, blue, is dirt, which I don't want any dirt, so I'm just going to make it full black. So I'm just going to use a non-alpha red texture for my OBD, so I don't need to make anything. Let's see. There's no. Let's see. Is there any specularity? It's a 0.5 specularity, so I'm going to use a teal. I think a teal color, right? Actually, what color would it be? So I'm going to unhook these right now, and I'm going to set this up to 0, 0, and say point. Be 0 and 0.5. So yeah, just like this green. Use, and I'll just go ahead and bake it real quick. This will be my TSC, and then the normal. I'm gonna go ahead and just bake. I don't have to bake the normal because it's just using a regular normal map. So keep that. It doesn't need a normal on there, or it shouldn't at least. Yeah, see, no change. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna reuse this map and this map and whatever. All right. Now, do I want to make it colorable? That's the thing. Let's see. Should I make it colorable? I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this. And I'm gonna go ahead and hide this for a second. Be like, do I want to make it colorable? Let's see what I can do. Let's make yeah, I'll try to make it colorable. Let's take a look at our maps and see what. So let's go to our color map. And it looks pretty straightforward. So what I should be able to do, let's go to edit mode. And let's make this metal part. And I'm going to hit L and then search by UV section, right? So if I grab this, it should just be the metal. Yeah, so I got the metal there, we got the metal here. Are these metal pieces? No, they're not. All right, cool. And let's go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and set a color here. Let's be like red. And I'm gonna go ahead. Assign that, and I'm gonna go ahead and change it to red. Right. And I'm gonna go ahead and hide it for now. Now we've got these metal pieces here. Let's go ahead and grab those. And I guess I'll include this little thing too. Alright, so we'll grab that. Let's make a new color for it. There you go. We're gonna go to a very basic scheme for this. We'll say green. Sign. Let's make this green. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hide that. And now I got all the parts left, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, but we'll just make it blue. Alright, and we'll assign that, and we'll make this blue. Okay, so let's get Alt H to bring everything back. So there's my colorful harmonica. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a color map real quick. So here we go. So now I've got this color map to image, save as, and I'll call this one ID. Save. And now I'm just going to delete these other colors because I don't need them. Well, yeah, let's do this. We're going to edit, select everything, put it back on here. I'm just going to get rid of any unused things, and voila. So there's my harmonica. Also, what I want to do is I'm going to change. I want to make it colorable, but I don't want to color just directly over this. So let's do a quick thing. We're going to bring in the image texture that I just created. This ID map, right? And let's go ahead and mix it together. The mix color node. And I'm going to create. Well, set this to a channel. Where's that? It's been a while. Okay, channel packs. And I'm going to separate these colors. Basically, what this does is it'll slide up into white, whichever section it is. So I've got a red. I've got this one will be this section. We can use that to color our stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the factor here, right? And I'll just make this black as default. Now let's make this one red. And if I just plug this in, you'll see that it turns my stuff red. If I Shift D to make a new one, we'll plug this one in. Right, but let's make this green. Right, just change this to green. And I'm doing the same thing again change this one to blue. Okay, and so I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, and we're also going to I'm going to switch this to multiply as well, because I believe the game uses a multiply node to blend the colors. So if I do that, you'll see that it's not really good. Oh, well, it's not multiplying against anything, which is why. So let me turn those back real quick. Just Control Z. Fastest way to do it. This is my color texture, and I want all these colors to mix on top. So Shift A, mix color, and I'll plug this one as my base color, and this will be the mix. And plug it in. Set this to multiply. So if I set the coloring as it is right now, it should look something like this, right? Which isn't necessarily the best thing. So let's see if we can just desaturate it, see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to go and desaturate it. Saturation. And I'm going to decrease the saturation to 0. Oh, let's turn the multiply all the way up as well. So if I take the saturation all the way down, I have a little bit more control of what's happening, right? I can change this red, make this red gold color, make it blue, whatever. This green doesn't look right as green, but we can make that like a nice deep color if we want to. Make it black, make it dark brown. I didn't mean to change this. Right, and I got my here. Change that. Brownish. Different things you could do. Like say I want it to be colorable, but I want a pattern over top of it. I could essentially only color certain parts of it. There's a lot of different things you could do, but we'll just keep it. We'll keep it like this. But I need to figure out what colors I want to make it. So we'll make this. Let's make this top color. I can use something like that for like the default color. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my notepad real quick. I don't need this stuff anymore. So I want to say RGB. And I'm just going to grab the hex color for this so I can just transfer it over into Unreal. Oops. So I'm going to take this color map that's been desaturated and I'm just going to plug it into my emissive. Just because it's a very reliable thing, right? So this is it with no color. I could change values and all kinds of things to it if I wanted to. This is just the way I'm going to use it right now. Let's go ahead. Yep. Bake it. Okay, so that would be by diffuse. So we're going to say save as, and we'll call this one C. Alright, so that should pretty much give me all the things that I need for coloring right now. Now I'm just going to go ahead and export it. So I'm going to go ahead like this and export FBX, and I have a setting, I don't know which one it is. I have so many. I guess that one. There's no armature, I don't have to worry about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and name it. So I'll call it SM CH ACC accessory harmonica, and save it. All right, cool. And so what I'm going to try to do is just replace this one, right? So I'm going to go into that model real quick to see where it belongs. And so it belongs in the item or in this folder, right? So content, character, item, model, comment, unisex, accessory. And it's not even spelled correctly, so that's important to note. So let's go ahead and make that folder set up if I don't already have it. So we've got Polaris, which is what I'm in, content, which is right here, character, which is here, item, which is here, model, right here, let's open that, comment, here. And I do not have a unisex folder yet, so let's go ahead and make that. And X. Now let's go to make accessory folder, ACCESSORIE. And comment, ACC, donuts. Right? And then also I'm going to make a new folder called meshes. Okay, cool. So in this example, I'm just going to replace this mesh. That's going to be the goal. So let's go here. And now that I'm in that folder, I'm going to go ahead and import my harmonica. You don't have to do skeletal mesh or anything because there isn't one. Just import it. And here is my little baby harmonica. I think that's a decent size. Where'd it go? I lost it. Okay, now if you notice, I can see into my harmonica, which is not what I want. So let's go back in here real quick and let's take a look at our faces. And I can see that all my faces are reversed for some reason. So what I'm going to do is go into edit mode. I'll select this, go into edit mode, hit A, Alt N, and then I'm going to recalculate outside, and that should be. Now for whatever reason, this under part. Okay, so because the under part is just kind of like floating above, like the inside of it is hollow. I could make it, I could try to like put it together, but I'm not going to. This should be good enough. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Hey, you. Right there. All right, so we're back in object mode. Let's go ahead and export FBX, this thing, same settings, export. Takes like 2 seconds. We can go into here and I can re-import the mesh directly in this section. And now we see I can't see inside unless I zoom inside of it. Nice. Oh shit, I keep forgetting to look at my stuff. Hey, what's up, Twisted? Did you see the patch? Panda buff is nice, but people complaining about it on Twitter. I don't think yeah, whatever. They don't even understand. They don't even understand what's going on. It is definitely a good buff. We'll see how it goes. I kind of like it. The other bears like it. I think it's gonna be fun for the mix-up game. And it really wasn't getting used, just Kuma. So, you know, there's that. And they're like, no, use more characters. Okay, cool. So I've got my harmonica, but we need some textures for it. Let's go ahead and make a textures folder. Textures. And let's import our textures. So I have the textures that I just made. Let's bring those in. And I forgot what it looks like. There we go. And I need my normal map, which is part of the original textures. So it should be this one. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to set these up real quick and grab all three, or grab these four. I'm going to go to Asset Actions and go to Bulk Edit and select all of them. And I'm going to change the sRGB. Just look for it right there. I'm going to turn it off for all those. And then I'm going to double check my normal map here. Just for a second. And refresh for my normal map. It's that should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the green channel though. If it looks great in Blender, it probably needs flip. It's a general rule of thumb. Okay, so cool. Flip the green channel for my normal map. The other ones are all fine. I'm gonna grab all of these real quick. Do the same thing. And I want to go to Never Stream, and I want to set it to Never Stream. It just means that the full quality will always be available. Otherwise, sometimes what's going to happen is you'll get like a blurry version because we don't have bitmap set up correctly or something like that. So here we go. So these are my textures. Now I need material. So I'm going to create a material instance. So let's go there. Material instance. And I use a custom material instance. We'll call this common, plus character, common, accessory, harmonica. And you can find my material on my GitHub as well if you want to use it. Let's see. I want to say I can just use, I'll use item ID RGBA, I think is the one I like to use the most. And I'm just going to place my stuff in. I got my base color, I'll throw that in there. I've got my normal map, so we'll throw that there. And there's nothing here, so I don't need to worry about it. ID map is right here. Okay. And I've got an OBD map. Oh, I don't have an OBD map right now. So let's go. I have a folder where I keep some common use stuff. There we go. I'm going to use this red. The difference between these two is that this red ID has no alpha. Okay, so I'm going to grab this red. I'm going to bring it over here, copy the textures there. I'll just call this one. So copy this, rename it OBD. Use that for my OBD. I'm not using a pattern color, so I could use a blank, but I'll see RMA, it's right here. There we go. Got that shiny shine. We got our TSE. Alright, so there we go. There we go. A nice shiny thing is set up. Now the colors that I'm using is red, green, and blue. So I'm going to go set my split channel accordingly. So we're going to set this to 1, 1, 1. And I'll set my alpha to 0. Now, when I made this, I wasn't able to create an alpha, so you see my alpha is as such. So what I need to do is change my settings here. Nope, I think I can just go down to alpha and set my alpha to 0. Right? And what that does is, so if I shut all these down, I look at my red, there's my red. I look at my green, there's my green, and there's my blue. There's my alpha. I think what I want to do real quick, because I'm not a fan of this this black here, is I'm gonna go back into here real quick. It's like a gray for whatever reason. I don't want the gray. So I'm gonna take my ID color mask, right? And I'm gonna plug it into my emissive. Right? And now I'm gonna bake it again. When I bake it on emissive, anything that's not here becomes black. So there we go. So I'm just gonna update that. So we're gonna save as, and I'll replace this one. And then I can go to UE. Right? Let me close this for a second. And, I'm gonna go ahead and re-import that mesh. So now when I open it up, here we go. Now when I look at each channel, there we go. They're nice and clean. Right? So there's my updated one. Just make sure it's the right one. Click. Okay, so split number, that's all set. Alright, so if I want to add these colors, let's grab the colors that I set. So I want to grab this, throw this here, turn this on, and drop that color in. Nice. Okay, so nothing happened with the two because I'm not using two. So red is going to be 1. So, and there's different hues of red, but right now we're doing it basic. So it's just going to be the strongest color. Oh shit, what's going on? Hey, what's up? What's up, Alpha? What am I working on today? Today I'm working on a harmonica to replace a donut and showing people the process of from start to finish of getting it in the game. Okay, so ideal 1 is going to be red. ID 5 is going to be your green. All right, so we'll change this color here. Now you see it changed. And then if I go to ID 9, that's going to be the blue. So I think this is where that color actually belongs. Yes. Let me go grab that. So I'm going to go back up to ID 5 and use the correct color. There we go. So there's my harmonica colored up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save that. Cool. I'm going to move this into like its own little folder here. Now, if we're just replacing a static mesh or we're just replacing a skeletal mesh, then you need to make sure that the skeletal mesh or the SM is in its proper place. Like right now, all of my stuff is in its proper place. It also needs to have its proper name, and that only applies to the actual mesh that's being replaced. Everything else, we're gonna pull in to it, right? Because it's not in the game already, right? So it's that same hierarchy I kind of talked about in the vid I did earlier today. Here is our harmonica. I'm going to grab this and put this here just for organization's sake. And we're going to load it. And there's my harmonica. Nice. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to like stretch it and move it around and all that stuff that we can with the current donut, but maybe. So this is kind of a test. And like I said, this harmonica can't be named harmonica. It has to be named what it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna go back. We'll save everything. Let's go in here and take a quick look again and see if this is the name of it. I'm a huge fan of copy paste, so I'm just gonna grab This is a different type of situation. Like this is like a static mesh, like body setup class, which I don't think we have yet in the game. So this may work, this may not work. I don't know, but I'm gonna rename that. Cool. So that should essentially be it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, for now, that's all it's gonna be. Coloring might be all off as well. I don't know. But let's just see if it works in the game first, and then I can go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one of those data assets. I want to drop it in here. And the reason I'm going to drop it in here, and let's see, I'll call this, I'll use my do a 600 series for this. Just so I don't forget. Now, it's not in this folder right now, but that's fine. My sixes, I want to know that I'm putting sixes in there. I'm trying to stay organized. All right, so we'll just run 600, and I'll call this one static mesh harmonica donut. Let's call it ACC. Right. Set this to 1, set this to the number, and in this case I'm going to go ahead and set this to label assets in my directory. What that's going to do is grab everything that's in this folder hierarchy. So from anything here and any subfolder will be in my chunk. Right, so I'll be able to go ahead and have that. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead, and this should replace it for everybody. All right, while that's cooking, let's do some research here. Let's take a look how these accessory items potentially work. Now, I don't think we have a body setup class, but if we did, let's go look at it. Got some elements here. I'm not sure what all these are. That index data. Element box. Sizes maybe. Transforms. So these are different whatevers. The rest offset is at 0. Contribute to mass, true. So maybe that's why we make it bigger and smaller. Okay, these are static mesh elements. Nanite resources. It's using nanite? Or no? I don't know. Bounds, origin. Maybe this is some more sizing information. Interesting. So let's look at where are the IPs for this stuff. Let's see, item prefabs for, let's see, what would it be under? Is there item blueprints? I don't think. Okay, I think these are active things. It's not what I need. these for extra items. So let's see. Customize items, let's see. We've got common, accessory. Okay, we've got donut. So I could make a CI for it, it looks like. So I might do that. So that way I can change those colors. I mean, what's the point of having a ID map if you can't use it, right? But let's first get it to work, and if it works, then we're good to go. All right. So let's go. Packs, and we're looking for our 600 series. Which is here. And I didn't even check to see if I have any conflicting stuff. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, looks like I don't. All right, cool. Let's see if this works. I need to get some items from my bears, man. My bears don't got very many items. It's sad. And then the new items, I don't want to spend $4 to get a visor. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even get a cool like bear suit. And I could like fit it to the bears, but I don't want to take away from Namco. I'm gonna have to make a new one, a new cool suit of my own. Cyber suit. Turn off my magnifying glass. All right, let's see if this worked. Where'd you at, Paul? Oh, there you are. All right. What? Okay, so. Oh, where is it? It's not here. Is it floating somewhere? It's nowhere. Well, that sucks. So that did not work. Well, it's in the game, right? So, but I can't find it. Okay. Because that's fine. See what we got to work with. So let's go back to meshes, and I'm gonna go into blueprint class, and I'm gonna look for a body. No body setup. So what do we use? What can we use? Accessories. Like, is it donut? Okay, so maybe I can just put it into a base item. So let's see what we're working with here. Are there multiple? All right, so what I'm gonna do is then I'm gonna say it's got the asset path name. It's got this static mesh donut. All right, cool. So let's do that. So we're gonna grab this. Yep. Oops, a second. Let's go to base items. Make a comment folder. Right, comment. And then accessory. Now we'll make a base item. Name it donut. And now let's see what information we need to bring over. Zoomy zoom. So we need to make sure it's in position 8 and it's static mesh. So here we'll change it to static mesh. Just to 8. Static mesh is what I look for. So I'm also going to go back to my static mesh here. And since I don't need to keep it in this section anymore, I'm going to go ahead and rename this. Transform. Let's just set it up the same way. So 0.5 and negative 0.5 for the Y. Zoom in. Cause I got busted eyeballs. So let's go down here. Where would that section be? Go ability item transform. Let's go expand it. And so I want to say that's the location. It's rotation. So just rotation is set. Set 0.5. Negative 0.5. I don't know what this W is, so scale should all be the same. Size and size squared are 1, and then it is normalized. Those options here. changed. And oh yeah, his common item is true. All right, and we're gonna see how that works. See if that makes a difference at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Nice. And that should be located in the base items section where it belongs. So that's good. Now, because this is now not with my items right here that I have in this folder, I need to make sure I add it to the chunk. So this is still going to grab everything in this folder, but now I need to specifically grab this thing that's outside of the folder, which is this. Oh, you know what? Also, my always cook was set to unknown, so that might have been an issue as well. I don't know. So I might have gone too far. I didn't notice that wasn't checked. So, you know what? While I'm in here, I might as well make a CI as well. Yo, also, you working on a Kadashi Lars? Because you're a Lars player? Okay. Oh, the Sombrero Panda? I have to mess with the physics. It looks great, but right now the physics are causing lag. Pretty significant lag. So that's on a slight pause. Because it's going to be a bit of a headache. So that's what I do. I'll work on something all the way up to a point where the headache is a bit rough, and then I move on to something else, and then I go back to it later and say, okay, how can I resolve this headache? But what I want to do is make a CI for this. All right, enough. So we're going to go to common folder, accessories. And I don't know where the item prefab is for this stuff. I can't imagine there's not one. Maybe I'm just blind right now. But I would assume that there is one. But for now, I'm just gonna have to try to replace the pieces and hope it all works. Let's see. Got a customized item, probably the donuts, and okay. So I'm going to start with the per material. I only have one material for this one, so we'll open this up and set the material assign preview be my material. So I'll just type it in here. It's easy to find out. Harmonica, it's the only one. All right, cool. All right. So I'm going to set is edit user all, and I need to set up my colors. So we'll hit the design assign array, and in here we have an index for each color. Okay, so there's 16 colors available for the IDs, and so I'm just going to select all 16. So from 0 to 15, because it starts at 0 when you're dealing with an array. So open all the way up until I get to 15 or 4. Yeah, 15. So 2 more. All right, and so index 0 is going to be ID 1. So in this case, it's this color that I have for my red. So we'll go ahead and do that. And since I'm setting that color, I'm also going to set this color up here. So I'm going to set 3 of these. So I've got my color here. This is going to be like the color slots that are at the top. And I don't need to change anything else except for is edit user, and I set both of these to positive, and I make sure this is set to 0. And we'll do the next one. Here, let me close that for now. Let's go back down here. Let's close. Or same thing down here. So is edit user, click. All right, let's close that section for 0. Now let's move down to 4, which is the same thing as 5. And copy. And let's same thing, set these different pieces, but this will now be number 1. And I'm going to go up here to my design array slots up here. Let's go ahead and close this first index, open up index 2, same thing, go in here, change that color, make sure each of these are set, and then this is set to 1. Go back. Do the exact same thing for the last one. So, it's my material. Let's close 5, and now I need to go 9, which is number 8. Rinse and repeat, except this will be 2.
It's 3 rings, and you know it's deeper than rap. Check this out, baby, ain't got a lot of time. Just really need to know what it do, what it does, what's cracking. T-Pain went in there to get the hotel room keys. It's all 5-star, baby.
Yep. And then you want to make sure that for your assigned per material is set to is edit user all. And that should be it. So save all. And I need to make sure this is added to my mod. So we'll make another slot. We'll grab our so everything is looking good. Alright. Have you found a way to reduce particles like in Rage Arts and Heat Burst? I would test, but I have no clue where they are even located. I haven't found a way to reduce it. I'm pretty sure you can replace it with an empty Niagara system. I've tried to do blanket particle removals, and I haven't been able to find a mod version of that solution. Another option would be I tried to use like an automated system to kind of like make a whole bunch of dummies with different names, but UE didn't like that, so that didn't really work. So I'm still trying to figure that out. There's ways to do it through like C++ using the overlay and such, but I want to see if there's another way to do it. I want to get into making some particles, but I want to actually I need some mods, bro. I need some mods under my belt, you know what I mean? For me to use and, you know what I mean, for people to see. There's a lot of people making mods. I don't want to make just the bikini mods and all that, whatever. Like, that's cool, I guess. But I want to make more mods. I really would like to make some stage mods, and I really want to get above back in the stage game. So that's really why I've been doing a lot of research, you know what I mean? I like the stages that we have, but I want to see what this man can do in Tekken 8. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of work. and I want to play the game, right? If I come home and I'm modding instead of playing, like, and I usually don't. There's plenty of times where I just mod and I don't even play the game that day, and I'm like, oh man, I want to play it, but I gotta go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Yeah, and then plus I got a family life. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take this time out here when things are cool. Luckily my kids is older. I don't have to like just be like on them all the time. But I still got a wifey and shit. But she got her own shit she be doing. So like when she doing her shit, the family doing their shit, I could do my shit. You know what I mean? But then some weeks I'm just like barely touching the game, barely touching modding. Unless I get to work at home. If I get to work at home, then I can manage modding throughout the day and then also doing what pays the bills, you know what I mean? Alright, cool. Let's see. Sorry. My kid's asking to spend my money. I gotta say yes. 'Cause, you know, that's what daddies do. They spend money on their chillins. Alright, let's see if this works. Okay, so grab this. A lot to this one, so let's see if it all works. I don't know. Dude, face is sore, bruh. I had to go to the doctor, the dentist, teeth doctor. Cut up my jaw. Some ibuprofen. gonna go ahead and test this out. If this don't work, I'm gonna have to give up on modding completely. It's over. Ugh. I don't know what they did. I gave them the money and they said we'll fix your teeth. I was like, I don't want you to fix my teeth. It hurts. Nah, they had to get like it was an issue with like, they thought there was gonna be a major issue with like a back molar filling or some shit. Turns out it wasn't. But in order to get it numb, they had to like drill into my jaw to put the anesthetic or some shit. Which I'm good with, you know what I mean? But the aftermath is kind of rough. Alright, so let's see if this donut thing works. Did it work? No. Where's the donut? Oh, wait. Why is the donut up there? Oh, yeah, look, it worked. But I think my colors are off. Alright, so I'm gonna have to reevaluate my color system. I think it might be like so there was an issue in with Tekken 7 where it's RGB, but instead of it being RGB, it's like RBG instead. But look, there we go. Now we got hold up. I gotta make it's too big. Gotta make it smaller. Oh look, and it changes size. Nice. So let's go ahead and front to back. There, get up and down. Hey you. No, I don't need it tilted. Get out of here, you stupid magnifying glass thing. Move up and down. All right. Oh, dude. There we go. It's stupid. Front to back width. I don't even know what that is. Does it get skinnier or something? It does get skinnier. I didn't know that was an option. Okay, cool. There's my my harmonica. Oh, but it's not a colorable item. I would have to. Damn it! I put it on a non-colorable item. That's funny though. I didn't know you could do it either. That's why I was like, let's see if we can do it. Here, I got it smaller. Oh, but it's not colorable. Okay, so but the CI looks like it worked. Right? So let's I'm gonna make a quick change. Stop. And see if this is the case. So, CI. Try to take a. Well, actually, let's open up the mesh real quick. And it's not what I want. For the material. All right, so cool. I like this. So what you can do here is I can select my mesh, right? And select this button, and it switches to whatever it is, right? Or whatever object, doesn't matter. But in this case, my stuff doesn't look right. And I should have took a picture of it, but I didn't. So let's see. Let me close these. See if it's reversed. Yeah, you can do a lot in this game. There's a lot of people. We don't have a lot of modders right now, at least not within the community. It looks like there's a bunch of Nexus modders that came over, learned a bunch of stuff, and then went back to Nexus. I don't know. Oh, since this slot is not colorable, I'm not going to worry about fixing the color for this one. Um, what I am going to do is this. So we're going to go ahead. I don't care about colors at all. I don't need that. Turn these colors off for a second. Oh, I don't need colors. But what I am going to do is go to my texture section, and I'm going to grab the original color, which is here. Color. Alright, so I'm going to grab this color one, and I'm going to put this one as my pattern. Boop. And this is what the pattern item looks like. Nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my CI now. Customize item. And I'm going to go, I don't care about all this stuff up here, so I'm going to delete those. And put my sign slot array. Trying to think how this is done. It's been a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go to the index 0 and I'm gonna put this pattern color here. So let's go to my textures, put this here. Be sure that's where it goes. And I don't know if I have to do it down here or not. If I can. Yeah, I can. So I'm gonna put it in both slots. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to. And that should overlay over top of whatever. And I think you also have to make sure it's set in here as well, if I recall correctly. So let's see if that works. So I don't need to add anything to my chunks because my one chunk gets anything that I put in this folder, and the other chunk just grabs whatever I had set before it. So I can make those changes and recook it, and ideally it should just be fixed. Well, since it's non-colorable already, then set that. If I could find the actual slot for it, then potentially I can make it colorable. I don't know if there's like an option in here. I don't know what determines which slot is colorable. I know in second 7, like the slots had a thing about them. I don't know what the assign don't color is either. It's really frustrating. Missed it somewhere? I don't know. It's So let's just look up donut. Wow, there's a lot of donuts. These are all lobby stuff, arcade, character, customize item. Know that. Base character item. And then that. And there is just no. So where would the list be? So it's probably in some bin data somewhere. Yo, hi, it's the gateway for UE5 T8. What did I do next once it opens? Alright, it's the UE5 T8 Polaris content packs. Fuck. I don't understand. So once you get T8, what is this regarding? F model, U model, UE5 setup? I'm not sure. Once the UE5 starter guide shows you what to do with UE5 once it's set up. Second project, once you open it up, it should usually it'll say you need some stuff. Just be like, okay, and then it does a lot of building in the background. It could take a while. Where do you cook? So in UE5 you don't cook. If I go to here, where is it at? Once you set it up so that you can create chunks and set this information here, right? You'll go to, you can do like a quick chunk, and that's this section here. So you're not gonna cook the same way. You don't need to cook it and then package it. You're just going to package it, because when you cook it, you'll end up with a pack file. But you need more than just a pack file in T8. You need the whole package. So you need the pack, the UCAS, and the UTalk. But it's here, platforms, and then you can either choose shipping, or if you have your project settings set, shipping, you can do that as well. Once you have that set, you'll go to package project, and then for your first cook in UE5, it takes a while. It takes a long while. So just set it, let it go through. You'll see the output log doing its thing if you want to take a look at it, and it's just going to go through all the stuff, and it's going to cook. And just do one general cook. After that, it cooks way faster. But the first cook is forever. Okay, so let's go here. And let's try this again. You put the gate project on the right. How do you get that? The project. So what I do and what I went to get the project. If I need an update or anything like that, I go to the this one, and I'll go to this here, and then I go to code, and I download the zip. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know why more. I mean, it's kind of like just chill, you know what I mean? share the link. I don't have any ability to share the link. I'm not a really good streamer. I don't know how to use all the tools. I know how to turn it on, but I don't know how to. Just every time I try to share a link, something happens. So just type in. Just modding Zaibatsu GitHub. That's really all I know how to do. And then when you get there, go here. And then when you get here, grab the thing. But I gotta test this, so give me a second. Did you try to share the link? I don't know. My links are turned off somehow. I think. I don't know how to turn them on. Okay, so let's grab our accessory. Get rid of this little hat. Place it with a donut. Oh, there we go. See, look. Now look. It looks great. It's on his head though. We're gonna move it to the mouth. There we go. There's our large harmonica. It's so goofy. I love it. I could do some changes to the textures though. But for now, it's okay. I can change the background. Oh my god, that's controlling it. Great. So I can start thinking about some new things to add. You know what I mean? Make a whole set. Because these, look at these accessory items. Oh, I don't know that one. Are retarded. They're weak. They're so weak. They must have that's how ones. Oh, I just whatever. Oh, let's see. Does it work for everybody? I can rank stuck in battle roller. Let's see. Is the donut changed for all? It is. Nice. You know what's interesting though? I set the head position. Oh, because I did set it for the head position. I guess I could set it for the mouth position. I gotta look up what the different positions are. But yeah. Okay, cool. That's great. Oh. Oh, I just want to leave. I can say without saying. Oh my goodness. All right, I do have to run to the store real quick. I'm ordering pizza for dinner. So, if you guys have any other ideas or things you want to see, let me know. And if I like it, I can do it at a reasonable time. Then I'll go ahead and throw it on stream. You guys can check it out. But for right now, that's it. Appreciate y'all checking it out. Of course, check it out later. Share it with your friends. Whatever you wish to do. I don't do this for money or profit or anything else. I just do it to do it. So it is what it is. For now, adios.